Reading your article about humor in prostate support groups was really positive. I think in one sense, I didn't learn anything new. Like I thought, oh yeah, this happens, and this happens, and you kind of in your article you sort of more framed it, and more specifically put it in words. I hadn't sort of put those thoughts into words, and so that was really good. Some of the stuff around prostate cancer, is sensitive areas for men, like bladder incontinence and erectile dysfunction. I mean, what could be worse? And the humor disarms them, and like disarms that. It takes away, I guess, the personal, the shame and the embarrassment, and to hear somebody else talking about it. Like I've heard some incredible conversations there, just about erectile dysfunction, about where you get the best price on, on male diapers. I mean, adult diapers. Like it's just openly. I think, boy, these guys are just talking about this like it's nothing. And it's really kind of neat to see, and it's really just kind of, okay, I've got a problem, so do the other, so does everybody else, but big deal. This is how you manage it, and these guys can help point me out to where you can get the best deals. I mean, it's just they've turned it into something that's really sort of could be really a shameful thing that you're going to deal with in private to something. Okay, I'm dealing with this, so it really helps people just move on with their lives. Really, I think humor can feel. To some people, like they're being picked on and being made fun of, and I think that's what you have to be careful of, to show that, like, it can feel like a personal attack. I think sometimes a lot of humor is about other people's misfortune. So if people think it's about their misfortune, everybody's sort of laughing about their misfortune. It doesn't help them, wouldn't encourage them to come back. But if it's just sort of about maybe even our group misfortune, oh my God, look at where we are, look at what we're talking about. And they just kind of shrug it off and laugh it off. But if it's about an individual, I think if it's shared humor is what's really important, I guess. And sharing, even being, if there's somebody on the brunt of the joke, everybody's sharing the brunt of the joke, I think is probably the most important thing. I think the support groups the humor is sort of a mechanism to make people feel comfortable. But I think the big thing is, two big things, is information and support. And, even men might say they don't need support and stuff like that, but it's just, again, I think it comes in a sort of a male form of camaraderie, and we're in this together, and we're sort of going through this together, and even, you might even say together, God, this sucks, or whatever, or we're doing really well, or, but just doing it as part of a group is, I think, really important. And I think the reason the groups work and allow men to talk about stuff that's like, as you say, sexual dysfunction or bladder incontinence is because you're doing it with other people, and you can sort of say, well, it's not really about me, it's maybe about the guy next to me. But everybody knows what each other's doing anyway, sort of thing. It's like, I have a friend who has, such and such. What do you recommend? So there's just a permission in that group. I don't know what, because you're all dealing with the same thing. I think in your paper you had a great thing where, they said, all the men in the room have had to deal with erectile dysfunction, please move over to the corner. And the whole room moved over to the corner. Yeah, it's like we're all dealing with this.